And oh balls. Shit. Hi! I'm an idiot. There we go. welcome to another episode of City of Thorns. How's everybody doing?
I'm
Um,
prepared, so we have more time.
yeah,
Dun, dun, dun.
we're all prepared, right? We're all
Totally ready.
Prepared. Totally logging into things.
totally logging into things. Let's blame
Right, I
the
haven't even gone to roll 20.
let's.
I was just gonna say, there's only 3 people showing up in roll 20 right now.
Yeah.
No, I thought I had time.
I thought I was gonna be the last one, and I get it, and I'm like, oh.
Oh. How's your week's been? Let's start off with the ladies. Or as that one guy in the Afrikaans song say, let's start off with the dames. Yeah. Let's go with Theodora. Luna Sanguine, how have you been this last week?
I've been doing well. I really enjoyed the rugby on Saturday. I don't normally watch rugby, but kind of had to watch it on Saturday.
Mm.
And then I had the rest of the weekend. I just mainly stayed home and.
Let me just say something. What, that fuff guy? Man, he loves his speedos. He ain't got nothing to show, but he's in a speedo the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sitting there going, dude, if you had a big thing, sure, I would understand, but there's nothing.
He fucking made Prince Harry like that.
Yeah. I think he was probably high on something the whole time, hey. Or if that's his natural personality, I don't know, but fuck it, man.
I think that's his natural character.
Holy motherfucker, yeah. Anywho, away from men and speedos, or should I say, speaking of men and speedo, no.
I was gonna say,
Minnie
are
May.
you sure about that?
How have you been? We hear you're a little bit ill.
I am a little bit ill. I was trying to get a job and my body was like, "Don't do it." No, I'll be good. It's also probably because I've been up at like 2 a.m. watching rugby and like staying up late and all that stuff. So my sleep schedule's not been good. Yeah, I enjoyed the rugby. It was a lot of fun. Other than that, just been watching Netflix, looking for jobs, and sitting at home.
Okay. And Mr. Second Class Elitist, how has this weekend streams been? I know you've been doing something this weekend that was freaking amazing.
We actually did really, really good. I put in a ton of extra time because we were doing a charity event for a member of our community who, finally got back to work after being on disability for a bunch of months. And then the week that he was granted medical leave to return to work, his car got totaled.
Oh shit.
Which meant he had no way to get to work and also no longer had disability at the same time. Yay!
Damn.
So, but we did a charity run all weekend long, and the community raised $370, which it's not the biggest charity thing that we've ever run, but it's literally like happening like 2 days before / at the same time as Extra Life. So we had no idea what we were going to come up with. He's ecstatic. And in fact, a buddy of his kind of did a friend of a friend thing where he might be able to get a vehicle and basically use that as the down payment. And the guy that is getting rid of the vehicle is going to just let him like kind of finance it personally through him, and everything's going to be fine. So, but he wouldn't have had that opportunity if he didn't have the money available. So like it was perfect timing. And other than that, NaNoWriMo just started, which is National Novel Writing Month, which means I'm working on a brand new project, which means I'm going to be doing a lot of writing streams, which means I'm having even less sleep than normal. But it's the first time I've done a supernatural horror novel in like 6 years, so I'm really enjoying it so far.
Cool. And Sean McLaughlin, aka McCarthy Jarrod. Jarrod.
Yeah,
Gerard.
Yes.
no, it's been busy, but it's going well. I just finished my second last test today. It went really well.
Mm.
And I have one left on Wednesday, and if all goes well, I won't have to do any rewrites because all my tests went well. And by the end of November, I should have all of my mocks.
Cool.
But I will start streaming day to day after Wednesday. So Thursday, I'm back, baby.
Cool.
Permanent schedule.
Cool. So I've played The Beast Inside.
Ooh.
And
These are the notes that I made while playing the game. These are the notes that I... Literally a code breaker fucking thing. I'm sitting there going, okay, cool, this means this. And I start writing it down. And I'm like, it was cool. It was cool. It had the ending I expected. I saw it coming a mile away. I think about 2 or 3 hours in, I'm like, okay, cool, these two people are related. And at the end, yeah, you know, if you, not really spoilers. If you know horror movies, it's like, okay, cool. Somewhere along the line, this is gonna happen, and this is the one guy. Perhaps I was wrong with the one character that it was someone totally different, and yeah, but it was quite fun. Not as scary as I thought. It was like more of a. I had more jump scares and layers of fear than in The Beast Inside, but you know, it's like, okay, cool, we're gonna run down here. We haven't had a scare in a while. Oh, there it is. Let's continue on, and then like all of a sudden, it's just like, let's continue on. Boop, another scare pops up, and then I get a fright. You know, and I'm like, holy shit. Okay, that's a scare. But it's quite cool. It was a quite cool week. Did some Halloween things last week, which was quite fun. I went as the Alan from Hangover.
Nice.
I had a fake baby with me as well. People, like one of the bartenders at Scarlet Room refused to serve me because he was freaked out by the realism in the baby. And I'm like, okay, cool then. But other than that, I've been pretty damn good, and I'm glad everybody's reasonably okay, happy with. As everybody is happy about the rugby, as apparently all of South Africa is, except second class elitist doesn't really care, so it's cool. Are we a nation stood behind one team for the rugby?
Yay.
Yeah.
I've always been more into football than rugby, so
Yeah.
You'd rather watch fake injuries than real ones?
When you're
I'm a
saying
wrestling
football,
fan.
when you're saying
on.
football,
yeah.
are you saying football as an American football?
Or soccer?
no, I'm saying football as in I actually have culture and I'm not just American.
Oh, you're actually saying football. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Soccer.
F that.
Speaking about American football, Patriots lost to the Ravens. Really?
Yeah.
We were supposed to go undefeated to the playoffs, but no. Fucking Ravens. It wasn't even a small gap. It was freaking 37-20. That's how big it was. That was a penalty in like 2 tries. It was insane.
Cool. We'll pretend to understand what you're saying. And the new AEW Dark is coming out this week. Huh. Damn you, second class elitist. Damn
Tomorrow.
you. Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow. Damn
It
you.
is.
Yeah. And what wrestling thing did the guys come out with the South African flag? Was it AEW or WWE?
With the South American flag?
No, the South African flag. The South African flag. Yeah.
That's probably going to be AEW because
Because of Angelico.
Angelico, yeah.
Yes. There's a South African dude in this thing. And
Yeah,
he's
a
got
South
Angelico.
African
Angelico.
A South African wrestler and a British wrestler who both met in a Mexican in a Mexican wrestling company. Like
Yeah.
wrestling is amazing.
And his South African accent is really strong. Not Boer accent, but you're like, huh, this is a South African speaking.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, and because of that, now I'm watching AEW Dark. The only thing that I can actually watch of AEW. They mention other shows. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'll just watch this. But yeah, so what do you guys remember from last time? This time, there's no excuse. It's not more than 2 weeks.
Entered the big hole.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to Kimberly's hole.
Mm.
You approached that hole very carefully with some extra lube. Wait, what? No, what?
Ooh, where?
So what happened? Anyone enlighten me? Do you remember the Baron's name? That's the big question.
I remember we took multiple cars. I remember we showed up, and I remember that we were getting marker lighted while we were walking in the door, and that's about it.
Yeah,
I
very.
don't think you gave us his name.
I don't think you gave us the name.
You
You
said
didn't give
Prince
us
or
a name.
Baron?
You just said Prince
Yeah.
or Baron.
Oh, okay, cool. I actually, while we were playing last week, I was like, shit, I need to think of a name, and I thought of a name. The name is Tony, by the way.
Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
Tony.
No, Tony.
It was
Tony.
no. I did mention it because I made the GTA reference, the Ballad of Gay Tony.
No, you didn't.
Remember?
I didn't get that.
I don't
No.
I remember him saying that, but as soon as you said GTA, I just went.
It is Tony. Yeah. And what are you guys doing in Kimberley? What's your plan?
We're
What's
hunting
happening?
down-
Why are you going to another place all of a sudden? Where you're not
We're
in the city of
hunting
Thorns
down-
anymore.
We're hunting down a pedo
Okay. Okay.
and a weird child trafficking circuit
Thing.
thing.
Yes. Okay. Cool. What do you know of the Baron? Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Apparently not a lot because you don't even know his name. His name is Tony. Okay, cool.
His name is Tony. He's a Pisces.
Yes, he enjoys long walks on the beach. Well, at
At
nighttime.
night.
Some Chardonnay.
He's got a great personality.
Yeah. His favorite color is pink.
Did we get here?
hmm?
How the hell did we get here?
Don't
Anyway.
worry. Strap in. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, just to get the normal shilling out of the way, Vampire the Masquerade is a game about monsters and people doing monstrous things. The people playing these characters, the monstrous things they do does not necessarily reflect on them. And if something happens in the game that makes you uncomfortable, take a time out and come back later, or just don't watch the VOD at all. If you're looking at supporting us monetarily, patreon.com/City of Thorns, where you can become a patron. You get Discord access, exclusive behind the scenes stuff, and after show VODs, access to the after show VODs only there. And other ways you can support us is by retweeting our tweets, telling your friends and family and dogs about us, and best way, of course, is by watching the show. And with all that out of the way, episode 12 will start. Da-da-da-da. The coterie walks up to this farmhouse. The doors open and the entire scene freezes. The camera zooms out, moves back towards Bloemfontein, focusing on a parking lot with an all too familiar scene. Emery, with Olivia huddled over her body. The action is still frozen. Then slowly, the scene plays out in reverse, steadily speeding up, just to the point in time when Emery sorted out the demon. But funnily enough, the coterie is strangely absent from the scene. The camera fades out and towards the parking lot in front of the library. Zakar and Emery talking, and Emery, clearly exhausted, says, "There was a bitch slut at Scarlet Room, and through her actions she pierced the fucking veil. I had to do something. Luckily, Leah was there to help out. Zakar, clearly shocked at the mention of this, says, well, shit. We have to sort this out, and we have to stop the veil from becoming thinner. Before we know it, realities might cross over. Hell, we already have books acting up. The camera fades out, and the phrase current timeline shows on screen. We find ourselves back in Kimberley. The doors swing open. You'll find yourself in a 5 by 5 meter, I think it's called a foyer, ingangsportaal.
Yeah.
It's a foyer. With a hall leading to the front. Kitchen, like you're in the foyer and in front of you there's a hall. Kitchen to the left that you can see. And one of the security guards starts escorting you through the hall. You walk past the toilet. You get a slight hint of cigar smoke in your noses, like in your noses, obviously. The hall makes a sharp left into a room. He opens the door. The room is about 10 by 10 meters. A bar counter to the right with a bartender tending bar. A small stage, so you entered into the room, and in front of you, you see the bar, and in front of you see the stage, with a small stage at the back of the room, if the door was the front. 4 round tables with 3 seats around them. Almost the entire left side of the room exists out of a mirror that starts roughly waist height and extends towards the ceiling. The bartender, the room is not very well lit, except for the lights at the bar, and one light shining onto the stage. And this is where the cigar smoke clearly comes from. The guard looks at you, and he's like, take a seat wherever or whatever. The prince the baron will be with you shortly. And he leaves you. You're in this room. Bartender is busy cleaning. He's busy work behind the bar. He is well dressed, black and white tuxedo. And he notices you, he nods, and he continues on cleaning the bar. Putting away bottles of alcohol and all those things. So what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna go up to this mirror and just make sure that my hair and my makeup is looking fabulous.
Hey, you drove for an hour. So you
Of
got to
course,
make
I
sure.
need to
Yeah,
make
you were in the
sure
car,
everything is-
and your phone rings.
Mine?
Yours, yes, yours.
Hello?
Hey, it's a car speaking, by the way.
Oh,
Has the issue sorted itself out yet? Is the girl should be gone, right?
no, she's still with me.
Huh. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, those things might have gotten worse. I'll get back to you soon enough.
Yeah, she's getting stronger. She's broken a window and
Oh,
started,
she has?
engraving things on my gallery wall.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort out the stuff in Kimberley and come back as soon as you can.
Will do.
Okay, bye. And he puts the phone down. Is everything okay there, Cobra Kai? You were like...
I don't know, something was going weird with my audio. I heard you guys, but I swear there was like some vibration going on. I just wanted to see if it wasn't outside or...
Okay. It's a ghost!
She's here!
After you adjust everything, you know, adjust everything and hair and everything, you just hear the quiet clinking of glasses being put away. Bartender cleaning the bar. The guard, you guys do remember, you all do remember that the guard said, hey, he'll be out shortly. Yeah. First things first, bartender is not human. Yeah.
Good to know.
So that you just get that out of the way.
So I'm
Okay,
gonna walk up to the bar and ask him if he's got any refreshing drinks.
He looks at you. Hair, black, short, cut hair, goatee. He smiles. He's very, very charismatic. He's like, well, welcome to the cigar room. The famous cigar room. And I see you brought, and he looks behind you. It's like, I see you, I don't see one of them around most of the time.
One of who, dear?
Kids.
Oh, yes. He is,
Don't mind me, I'm special. And I start to walk around the room, seeing if I can notice something.
Yes, he's a special one.
Roll me a, for you actually, Cobra Kai, roll me a, what's an awareness?
I need to put more points in my fucking awareness. This is getting ridiculous. I keep forgetting to do it.
Actually, you can. Yeah, but you have done it before. Let me just go. Why are we all flashing so much tonight? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
It's Discord does it sometimes.
Discord has been doing it every single damn time. Let me
It's
just.
getting worse.
Yeah.
You might have to switch to Skype.
Oh God, no.
No.
Let me just quickly, Sean. Let me just check your character sheet out. Sorry about that. You can, for this purpose, you can do, because you've done these sort of things before, you can actually use your intelligence and
Investigation?
I'm thinking investigation, yeah.
Okay. Investigation intelligence. Good God, are you shitting me?
Would you like to re-roll those 3 dices?
Yeah.
Those 3 dice?
Yeah. It's a WP reroll, eh?
Yeah, WP re-roll, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So you've got 3 successes in total. This is a, now correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's called a one-way mirror? Two-way mirror?
Two-way mirror.
Yeah, two-way mirror. The only reason you could distinguish this is because you've been in places that had these things. There's something about them that unsettles you. And that's, you notice that. The bartender's, back to Theodora.
Yes.
The bartender's like, welcome to the cigar room. You're asking about drinks. What do you fancy?
Do you have something warm and fresh, perhaps?
Warm and fresh? Unfortunately, no. The Baron doesn't necessarily entertain people that way. This is more of a exclusive club.
I see.
And he
Alright.
smiles at you, and you see some of his one fang like extends a little bit. Yeah. Unfortunately not. But apparently the Baron knows you're coming. And what usually happens in these situations is I'm like his right-hand man, if you will. The sheriff, if you will.
Oh. Well, it's
So-
lovely to meet you.
Same here.
And your name is?
Damn it.
My name is... I have the notes. My name is Andre.
Andre.
Yeah.
It's lovely to meet you, Andre.
Nice.
Theodora.
Pleasure's all mine. And he takes your hand and he kisses it.
Cool.
And he's like, so what brings you to this part of South Africa?
Oh, well, we were just coming to introduce ourselves to the Baron. Let him know that we're in his district for a short time.
Okay, so and he looks again like past you's like, so you're the leader and they're the muscle?
Oh no one's really the leader, but that one over there, definitely the muscle.
And he looks over at John, he's like, ah. So he's an idiot, but he's
No.
muscly.
No.
He
don't
looks
get me
more
wrong.
brawn than brains.
Oh no, he has his intelligence, of course, but yes, he is no fool.
And what's the kid's story? Who the hell would turn a vampire? Who the hell would sire someone that young?
Well, his story is his own. We have not discussed.
Interesting. So what are your... And okay, so we've sorted out the kid, sort of, Mr. Muscle over there, and what's your emotions, Olivia? Currently,
I'm just walking around, kind of still zoned out by everything, just looking around aimlessly.
and as he follows her around the room, he's like, "And what's her story? Everybody's got a story."
Well, she's a dear friend of mine, but I'm not one to speak of other people's stories. It's better the stories come straight
From the
their
mouth, yeah. And he like mentions all of you over. And he's like, good evening, welcome to the cigar room. I did not choose the name. I am the sheriff of these here parts. I always like saying that. I'm the sheriff of these here parts. You know, makes me feel American somehow. And tell me a little bit about yourselves. What are you doing here? Where are you from? Let's start off with the kid. He seems like he wants to spill the beans. I did see he noticed the mirror. You noticed the mirror, kid. So, tell us your story. Everybody's got a story. And maybe I'll tell you mine.
Depends. If your story is going to be as interesting as mine.
That's an interesting accent. Scottish?
Irish.
Irish.
You can play
Irish.
20 questions if you want. I'm quite good at that.
Okay, so you're from... what the hell are you doing in South Africa?
Exploring the sights, man. Trying to get away from home.
Oh. I believe you're probably running from the Inquisition. They've been increasing their efforts in that part of the world lately.
Nah, I've got nothing to do with the Inquisition.
Oh? Pray tell. Tell me more. Please.
Sired too young.
Of course.
Kept inside, away from the Inquisition.
Interesting. And, you, Mr. And he looks over at you, John. And you, what's your story?
Vacation.
Vacation. Interesting. You're from America. You're probably from Texas, where the sheriffs are at, right? All Americans are from Texas. Yeah. Yeah. All Americans I've met, personally, are from Texas. So, you don't have that twang, but I'm just going to say you're from Texas. And you're here on holiday.
It'll work well enough.
Yeah. And, interesting. Holiday. Wow. Okay. Big family, I take it. Old money, I take it. And, he needs to roll something. Nah, he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know.
Right.
And the lady... He moves over to face Olivia. Because you're kind of spaced out.
Mm.
Your story?
These Americans from Texas. Are there us? That you've met?
Wait, what?
You said you've met a lot of Americans from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Are they kindred?
Yes. On very rare occasions we get cattle here.
Longhorn's pretty cool.
Yes. So what's your business in Kimberley, if I may be so bold as to ask?
I'm just the ball and the chain to the lovely lady to the right.
Ah. So what's your business here?
Like I said, ball and chain.
He looks at everybody. Okay, so you're in Kimberley. Kimberley's Hole is closed during the night, so there's no way you're here for that. What do you do? What's your plans here? What do you want to do here in Kimberley? I mean, I have to relay this information.
I see. Well, we were hoping that we would be able to speak to the Baron himself.
Of course. But if you give me the information, I'll relay it to him. And he gives a quick glance towards your backs. Like, quick glance. He looks towards the mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 sec. Get up.
Mm-hmm.
Walk towards the mirror.
Wow.
Walk back to the bar.
Okay. He's like, wow. You must definitely be a Malkavian then. You do weird shit around us. Anyway, so what's your business?
John?
The Baron of the town that we're in asked us to come here and follow up a lead.
A lead on what exactly?
There's a bit of drug running going on the streets that seems to involve some local kindred matters. Local for us, not for you.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted us to come here just to try to follow up on a harebrained lead of hers. I'm expecting it's going to do nothing but waste my time for the next 2 to 3 days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to go back and tell her that her idea was wrong.
What is the, is it coke? Is it heroin? Is it weed? What's the drug?
It's a designer drug.
It's a designer drug. The name? Going by the name of?
Herc.
He seems to think for a few seconds. I haven't heard of this.
We're trying to hunt down the distribution line. She thinks it might be coming through this area. I don't have any specific information that we've discovered so far that would suggest that. So I don't know why I'm wasting my time. But, like I said, vacation.
Well, politicians
Yeah.
can just put you on a wild goose chase sometimes, and it's politics. Maybe you're here to
Exactly.
show the power of Bloemfontein. I don't know. But
sometimes you've got to waste a couple days just to validate the rest of the year, and I have a feeling this is going to be one of those times.
and I mean, you gotta please the people up top, you know.
Exactly.
Of course.
I freaking hate it when that happens. Pleasing people up top. I mean, unless it's a woman sitting on top of me, you know, then I'm good. But politically speaking, man, it's a whole shit show.
Well, this woman will sit on you, but there'll be a plank with nails in between the two of you.
Is that a slight on Mistress Michelle? I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell her if you want. She doesn't like me, anyways.
I don't care about politics, that side.
Speaking of story time, it's your turn.
My turn. Well, born and raised in South Africa, up until the age of 28. And I started finding out some things, and eventually I got pulled into this world. And I can... It might not look it, and he looks at you, John, like straight in the eye. I might not look it, but I also can kick ass. And sometimes chew bubblegum. Sorry, it's an old game that I've played. I mean, my mind is all over the place tonight. But then I kicked ass, and now I've found myself in this position. And I have to, like I said, I have to report to, for lack of a better word, the higher-ups, or whatever, you know. And I'm supposed to clear you all before you can see him. So it's basically a designer drug called the Herc.
That's
Correct.
it.
He thinks for a few seconds as he rolls dice. I could potentially help you out here.
Oh.
Are you looking for someone specific? Are you looking for a specific? Because there's 3 clubs that I know of that deals with drugs, and everything. 2 of them are basic. One of them is basically just a drug den. The other 2 is a bit more drugs and something else.
What's the something else?
Yeah.
The one club is Strip Joint. That's got with the Baron's blessings. You know, he controls practically everything around here. Law enforcement, fucking everything. With his blessings, this is it's the Buffalo. It's something Buffalo, raunchy Buffalo. Basically a strip joint with drugs and sex. And that's this. The cops avoid that place. Well, the cops avoid all 3 places, but the cops avoid that place specifically. It's where, let's say, financial interests. That's where it's the biggest for him. I wouldn't suggest going in there guns and vials blazing. He says vials blazing as he looks over at Olivia. I wouldn't suggest doing that. I mean, you could go. I, of course, will let him know where you're going. And we'll make sure everything goes over smoothly. Then there's the other club.
Yes.
Damn it, I shouldn't have rolled a 6. 6 successes.
Wow.
Then there's the other club called the White Room. And yeah, you know, drugs are also rampant there, but it's also a BDSM club.
All right.
And they lean like it's a BDSM club, sort of new age hippie fucking, you know, you go in there, you do a bit of drugs and everything, and you start practicing the whole BDSM thing, and apparently it enhances the experience. I myself have never been there. I'm just telling you what I know. And he smiles again. Then there's obviously the Flamingo, massive drug nest. The clientele and all three of these clubs are ranging from the riffraff through to some politicians, big businessmen in all three of these clubs. They usually start off when they first get introduced to, like the law officials, they first get introduced to the Flamingo.
Right.
You know, so that they can learn a little bit. And some of them eventually reaches the White Room. But usually they stay at the Raunchy Buffalo for most of the time. You know, so that we have a bit of a, what do you call it? Leverage, I believe, on these people.
Are these all public clubs, or do you have any other sort of club?
The White Room... the White Room, you need to know someone who knows someone to get in.
So that's by invitation only then?
Yeah. Raunchy Buffalo, if you go in flashing cash, they'll let you in. And the Flamingo is the most public one of them all.
I see.
Yeah.
So do you know someone that knows someone that can get us into the White Room?
Unfortunately, the White Room is out of the Baron's grasp. But I'm pretty sure you could find someone in either one of the other two that'll lead you to maybe perhaps some access. There's usually, like, I don't want to call them agents, scouts. It's not. I don't want to call them scouts. But there's usually people at the clubs looking out for people. For people looking for more. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So from. I know. Especially there's heavy. They're more in the Flamingo. And then with the Raunchy Buffalo, there's a few there, and the White Room, there's like 2 or 3 of them. Now, no one's ever progressed. There's nothing above the White Room level, if we can talk in levels. But yeah, there's usually like 2 or 3 of them in the White Room for, in case you cause shit, you get kicked out. And the other clubs will know.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of privacy, are there a couple of spots nearby?
Privacy.
One of those?
Privacy.
This is not exactly a drug you take in public.
Yeah.
It's more of a private usage type of thing. Someplace out of sight, out of mind, but close enough to, you know, access within a couple of minutes.
Most of these places have safe rooms, if you can call it that. But usually the safe rooms are used for acts of a carnal nature. And they did start off with, hey, you can take drugs here and nobody will judge what you're doing. And most of them got turned into either a sex den. Those rooms got turned into a sex room. You know, sort of like a champagne room, but there's only sex in the champagne room. You pay a bit extra to do the things that you want to do in there. Nothing illegal, of course. Nothing illegal. We're all above board here. Consenting adults and whatnot. And he flashes a smile again.
I see.
Right.
I actually have one more important question. Are there any places open for a accommodation for people like us?
He thinks for a bit. He's like, the Baron will organize a place where you guys can stay. Are you planning on staying in Kimberley during the day?
Well, it's a bit of a long schlep to go all the way back to Bloemfontein.
Well, it's an hour's drive, but yeah, okay, cool, I do understand. We can probably... You're asking a lot from the Baron. I mean, we could... If you accept it, we could set you up with some place to live. How long are you planning to stay here?
Not that long.
As short as possible.
Yeah, get in, get out.
Pretty much.
That was my mantra with sex when I was immortal. Okay. It's gonna... If you agree to it, we can set up like a boon for this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you basically just need a hole in the ground or darkened out rooms, right? Do you mind sharing a room?
I do not mind sharing.
Really?
Probably easiest.
Okay.
I live with Olivia, so I'm good.
Fair point.
Okay, yeah, no, for a minor boon, I can
Zafa.
set you up with stuff, yeah? Yeah, yeah?
Am I about a half a step behind Theodora and Olivia in reference to the position of the bartender by any chance?
Yeah, you're standing huddled, like sort of huddled. You know, you're not like standing in a line in front of the bar. You're sort of like huddled in a group. So like he would, if he talks to you, he would look over someone's shoulder or whatever. Yeah.
When Theodora says that, I kind of quickly just try to catch the bartender's attention.
Mhm.
Just be like,
Oh. Maybe I could organize 2 rooms then, at least. At the very least, for a minor boon, yeah, 2 rooms would suffice, I think. Yeah. Okay, I can organize you a room. Do you want to... You probably will need someone to take care of your food, for lack of a better term.
it'd be helpful. We wouldn't want to be hunting in the wrong neighborhoods while we're here and causing problems.
Yes,
Just
so...
stepping on any toes.
So, and he takes out a piece of paper. Preferences? Let's start with the kid. I mean, he's probably hungry. Kids are always hungry, I hear.
Oh fuck, I am actually on 2 hunger.
He's still a growing boy.
Of course. The problem is he's been a growing boy for 700 years or however long he's been growing.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Preferences?
spurts. Building
Sure,
up for the...
we'll say 700. Anything that's in a deep sleep, basically.
Ooh, you'd like to... Oh. You're getting into the... into White Room territory there. Sleeping people. Oh yes, okay. That's for you. And, I don't believe I've got your names. Kid?
Sean.
Sean. And Mr. Mr. In and Out over there. Your name. And what's your preference?
John.
Yeah.
And let's say well lubricated. I'm sure you know the type.
He thinks for a few seconds. Okay. I'll give you an option of 3. Does first I've got to ask you a question. Does color matter?
No.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm good. Cool. And the lovely lady who introduced herself to me. Oh wait, no, you didn't. You just said hi. What's your name?
I did. I said Theodora.
Theodora.
Remember?
Ah, sorry. I was a bit thrown off with the whole lubrication thing.
I see.
Yeah.
It's okay, Andre.
And Theodora, what is your poison? What's your poison?
I prefer the creative type.
Oh, okay, cool. Creatives. And the lovely lady over here. Never got your
I bought
name.
my own food.
You brought
I'm
your own
good.
food. Okay, okay. You're good.
I do need some cheese though.
You've got your own food. That's okay. That's okay. He gives you an address of a place where you can stay and shack up. It's a guest house called the Lily Pond. And he's like, well, unfortunately, the Baron is very busy today. I'll relay all the info back to him. So if he'd like to hang out here for a few. Tonight is basically going to be a very quiet night. There's no one going to be in and out of here. Mainly because the Baron is busy. But, you know, if you want to hang out for a bit, I'm just going to clean bar and, you know, we can talk some more. We can talk more. I always enjoy a good conversation.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
I don't know. I'm quite bored. I'm up to anything entertaining.
I think we should be walking around, seeing where we need to go, learn the city, and where the 3 places are. I think it's best that we scout out
Maybe.
all these places to make sure our Baron is adequate with our investigation of her wild goose chase.
And he mentions, of course, you need to tell her at least what you found out.
See?
And that you've at least did something the first night. Don't want to leave her in the dark, so to speak. Or in the sunlight. I still don't know how this works. I say in the dark.
Either way. Well,
Table in the background. One of the tables moves. Gets thrown to the side. He jumps.
please excuse her.
And everybody, what's an awareness, please?
Yay!
Best rolls. Hello. Uh-oh. Something broke.
Don't break things.
Ish.
Oh.
Are you
I just said
shitting me?
don't break things. You know what your problem is, Sean? You just don't listen.
Sean, you remember what we spoke about, how you start reacting once you flip?
Yeah.
Yeah. So please act that out for me, please, as the beast. You can... Don't act it out on camera. Explain to them what you're doing. But don't use the key word. You know the word that I'm talking about? Don't use, I'm doing this like that. I'm
Say
doing...
the secret word, you win $100.
Ah, right.
You know, don't say I do this like a little girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, got
yeah.
it. Yeah, okay, so basically I start running up to the chair, like, get underneath the table, jump up on top of the table, do this whole Spider-Man thing, looking around, darting around the entire bar, seeing, like, swiping at the air, seeing if I can find her. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Are you doing it running around? Are you doing it on all fours? Are you doing it...
Kind of a mix and match.
Okay. He's doing
I
that.
swear, that one is pot monkey.
Hey, John, why don't you heal your puppers over there?
John, as far as I could tell, you were the only guy that saw this. Oh no, and Theodora.
So I was still the only guy that saw it.
No, you and Theodora. Yeah, Theodora's there. 3 successes.
Yeah.
His hand moved to below the table, as if, like, not to grab something, but definitely pushing something.
Pushing a button.
Yeah. And Sean darts off. She says, "Control your puppers." This is now slow-mo time, okay? So now you've got time to decide what to do.
Did the bartender see it? The desk moving across the table?
Yeah, that's at that stage. That's when he did it. That's when you're like, ugh!
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
please excuse that. A curse of mine.
What?
It annoys me more than anything else. Don't worry about it.
Okay, now, are you guys focusing on Sean after she says that? And Sean is just running around the room, going crazy a little bit. Swatting at flies, biting the air, bumping a couple of chairs.
Currently in the room? I know there were some heavies that were outside, but has anybody else?
No, it's
Has anybody
only
else
you and the
inside?
bartender.
Okay.
Yeah.
And whoever's behind the mirror.
Well, obviously.
But he doesn't know that. It's a mirror. Yeah.
Like I expected it not to be before we even checked.
Obviously, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
All right, so I am going to be heading over towards Sean,
Mhm.
while trying to make it look like I'm focusing on Sean and more kind of trying to keep my eye towards the door.
Towards the door. For the rest of you, if who's looking at the bartender, even with the distraction behind you, who's looking at the bartender?
Oh, I'm just still sitting like on the bar, like so. I guess
So
it'd be in my yeah.
Are you staring into nothing?
Yeah, I'm still zoning. I'm not.
Yeah,
like...
you're still zoning out. And Theodora,
I'm looking at him.
you're looking at him. What he does is he goes. That's all he does. He's like, well, get the dog on the leash and your curse under control. You do know that it is quite dangerous if your curse is starting to do stuff like that.
Yes, it's a new development, but we're working through it.
Sean. John moves over towards you, and you feel a tiny hand on your head, sort of like petting you. And you hear the voice, "There's a good boy, Rex. There's a good boy. Roll me willpower, please." Straight up willpower.
Hey!
Oof.
Why are you oofing?
I need to make sure that this is okay. Just give me a few.
Why are you oofing?
Oof. I just need to confirm one thing.
Don't do
Welcome
that.
to episode 12, where shit goes sideways. missed it by that much.
Better not.
Your
have three
willpower,
successes
you
is
rolled
hard.
3, right?
3 successes, yeah.
3 successes. So that's 2 plus... Okay, so it's 5. I just need to confirm something here. As she says there, Rex, you almost for a split second felt not like yourself. You've handled the beast before, and this was not the beast. It was something else.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
not good.
That's not good. It's not good at all.
Oh,
You feel tiny
Fuck, I
hands
know what it
clasp Theodora.
Mm.
Tiny hands and arms clasps around your one leg. That's what you feel.
I'm gonna put my hand on her.
Well, you put your hand through her,
I'm gonna
Mm,
hand where
yeah.
she would be.
where she would be, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy looks at this like, Andre is like, okay, let's, if you'd like to leave, now would be a good time.
We'll be on our way.
Here's the address, and keep your curse in check. The address to the place, to the lilac lily pond,
The lily pond.
lily pond. It's a guest house, and I'll just make sure to tell them that there's might be an unexpected thing.
Alright, I do apologize for her. She's not usually like this. I think we've just been sitting around for too long, you know.
Yeah. But good luck, and please inform me. And he takes out his phone. It's like numbers.
Of course. I'm gonna get my number.
Okay, so you're going to be my contact. I see. I told you, you're the leader. And he takes down your phone number. He sends you a message, tells you this is Andre. And is like, yeah, keep me informed. I'm sure the Baron would love to know the outcome of this. In the words of Mr. And he looks at the page, at John over here, frivolous investigation.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you for giving us all of this info. It's greatly appreciated.
It's not my fault I rolled so high, but yeah, no, it's my pleasure.
you still owe me 3 stories because there's 4 of us, and I start like standing up and fixing everything.
3 stories.
There's 4 of us. You told us 1 story.
Yeah.
We each gave you a story. You owe us 3. Simple math.
Huh, interesting math that you have there. I wanted to hear your stories in exchange for mine. Simple as that.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be about you specifically, you know?
Come back tomorrow night and I'll have another story.
Sounds great.
And the door opens. The same guard who let you in takes you outside. They hand you all of your equipment that you came in with, even the vials. And they literally, like, when you guys leave, they literally keep the door open for a while longer to make sure everything... what you guys can pick up from this, someone was watching.
Yeah.
Definitely watching. Definitely.
That's so.
Whether it be the Baron, the guards, whatever, someone was watching. Yeah. So, find yourself outside.
Is our car still there?
Your cars are still there. In one of the windows, you do notice a red light, a red dot, and it moves away quickly. And the guards outside stand in such a way as if shit is going to go down, especially for Sean. Sean does recognize this. And actually, John will too. The guards are positioned in such a way with you so that there's obviously a clear line between you and whatever.
Right.
Yeah. For you guys, for Theodora and Olivia, they're just standing very weirdly spaced out.
Okay.
Like, away from each other.
So, do we get our stuff back?
You get all your stuff back. You inspect your vial. There's something different about it. It smells of Axe. It smells of Axe deodorant. That's the difference.
Moments of African deodorant you could have picked.
Yeah. Excite, if memory serves you correct. That's the deodorant. Axe Excite.
That's the
Yeah.
purpley
Wow.
one, right?
I think it's a purpley one, yeah.
I love the yellow one. That was my favorite one.
Oh, that was the African one when they still made it.
No,
The
I like
African
the-
chocolate.
The dark
I don't
chocolate
know
one.
if
That's the one.
It smelled
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I'll
That
learn
was
it.
awesome.
Anyway, back to the game. You get into the car. I guess you talk to the drivers and show them the address and everything.
Yes.
Both drivers. You get into the car. Are you sitting in the front, Olivia? Are you doing shotgun?
Yeah, as
Okay,
usual.
cool. You drive off. It's about 10 minutes. It's not even 10 minutes. 5 minutes drive. Kimberly is reasonably small. And
Before we drive off,
yeah.
would it if I'm sitting in the back seat and I look back,
Mm-hmm.
are they still pointing the laser at us, whatever it's coming from, and can I kind of pinpoint where it's positioned?
No.
Not really, no. You do see, like, if you
That's-
focus
that's
a
the
little
whole
bit,
point of marker lights.
it-
Not really.
you'll focus a little bit and it'll be like, you think you see it? But, yeah, no, you don't really... Might be a trick of the eye. Yeah.
Alright.
And then, in that 10-minute drive, if you guys want to do something, we can quickly roll back in the car
yeah.
ride. Yeah?
I wanna talk to him in the car where I know it's safe to talk to him rather than the lily pond
Yeah.
who's tapped in. So yeah. So I call and I put on speakers so that Theo can hear in the backseat, and I call John.
So the moment that happens, the driver puts in earbuds, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, and he starts listening to music. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, what's up?
I just wanted to talk here rather than in one of their rooms. A
Makes
little
sense.
paranoid. So I assume we're gonna have. Maybe the white room is our goal, but we do need to hit all of them. Follow any leads. He said the strip joint was the one that leads to the white room, so I don't know if maybe you want to take Sean in there and act like
the
a
strip
future pariah to, well, and then me and Theo go hit the drug den Flamingo, because if we can't be seen together still, if we want our plan to work.
Agreed.
So you go in with Sean, pretend he's like your pet. Maybe show interest in it, and maybe the agents will be like, well, if he has interest in this, maybe he'll like,
I
oh.
agree, but I also think we might be served better if we switched the destinations.
You mean you go to
Yeah.
the den and we go to the Flamingo?
I'm more familiar with that kind of environment, and Theodora is not going to blend in there at all.
Fair point.
is
And plus
true.
she's got the money to flash in and get in.
Exactly.
Okay. So, do you want to head there tonight, or do you guys want to first just chill?
Does she have the money to get in tonight, though?
I don't
think
have
so.
money.
You don't
I
have
I gave
don't-
all
money.
my money. I gave all my money to John.
Yes, you did.
So,
And it worked
we
really
have-
well that way.
so
Teamwork.
we have no money. I have what?
You have a rep.
1,000 rand. That's all I got on me from the money that I've been taking from Theo over the months.
And that's why she didn't have money.
No, she
Yeah.
knew she was paying me. Always said a little extra for me whenever I did stuff for her.
Yeah.
I've only got 1,000. I don't know if that's enough to get into a high-end strip joint.
Look,
Well,
look-
maybe if we go put on the a suitable attire, perhaps we
Oh,
can get in
God.
for you know.
look for Rolexes. And I scream from the back seat.
What?
I-
Rolexes. It's a really expensive watch. It's a trait of somebody high up in the ranks.
I don't. Do you wear a watch? I don't wear watches. Okay. Okay. Do you guys want to meet at the Lily Pond, act like we're about to plan for the Herc thing, and then split up?
Yep.
Good idea.
Okay. Make them think that. Okay, we'll see you there.
Cool. Could you roll me a willpower there, Olivia?
Ugh. Willpower.
She could, but she's not going to.
Critical hit, bitch.
Oh,
Yikes!
God!
Cool. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Zang.
Cool.
That's all I
Okay.
wanted to know.
Now I'm worried.
Mm. No, that's all I wanted to know.
Stop acting so cool.
After about 2 minutes after the conversation ends, you get to a place. You get to the place. So for those of you who don't know anything about South Africa, especially if you haven't been here since the 2010 World Cup, Football World Cup,
Wow.
a lot of places in South Africa were old houses furnished into guest houses and all of that. So this is one of those places. This looks like this is in a middle class area.
So it's like Cape Dutch style.
Not as hectically. I don't think the Cape has exactly the sort of guest houses that I'm talking about here. I think in Joburg there's a couple of them that you might know, Sean. I don't know. It's basically a house turned into a guest house. Obviously, some renovations were done, and larger drive, a little bit of more parking area, because in South Africa, I guess like in America, we've got huge yards. And creative use of the space makes a lot of things possible. It's let me just do this. Let me do the feet conversion. Surrounded by a 6-foot-high concrete wall. Buzz into the gate. Receptionist lets you in, and you get out. It's a parking lot. It's literally just like there's a couple of rooms next to you, smaller rooms ish. Bit of plant life, bit of a huge tree in like sort of like a centerpiece before you move into the reception area, which is basically a foyer turned into a reception area. And the lady at the desk, it's like, so it's gonna be 3 rooms then. Andre told me he's gonna cover the costs. And here are the 3 keys. Breakfast.
Why 3?
No.
Breakfast. I mean, food will be served in secret. Tell us when you're hungry, and we'll try and organize. Usually with you guys, I know it's in the beginning of the night where the most issues arrive, so might be when you wake up tomorrow evening.
Thank you.
Yeah. And here's the 3 keys, and she points you to it. She shows you it's like 3 rooms right next to each other. A room for the she says a room for the ladies, a room for the men, and a room for your drivers.
All right, drivers.
Yeah. I mean,
Look at Zafa remembering that NPCs are people.
Andre must really be impressed with something.
Must be.
It never usually happens when people come to they never get this treatment. Something happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Guess we just left a lasting impression.
perhaps. And
And not our normal one.
not So you go to your rooms. It's literally in Olivia and Theodora's room is one giant bed. In John and Sean's room are 2 tiny beds with a tiny kitchen in both of them. Walk in, sort of like the bathroom is, there's no bathroom, but if you open up the cupboard doors, 2 of those doors leads into a bathroom. You know?
Ensuite bathroom.
We are not sponsored by Monster Energy Drinks, but Monster, if you're watching, Monster, please. I'll drink that shit all day long. Anyway, in a tiny kitchen, there's a television in the thing. Your typical guest house, bare essentials. You're just basically going to sleep here. Blackout curtains everywhere in this place. There's a little brochure telling you about this, but it's a brochure for your kind. Telling you that it's safe here during the day. You don't have to worry about your inverted commas cars or whatever. Breakfast will be served at summer times 7 o'clock at night, winter times 6 o'clock at night. It's basically catering for all of you. Yeah. What do you guys do? You're sitting here. Your drivers move into their place. And they basically just start. TV gets switched on. You hear water running. Yeah.
Well.
One of them comes out for a smoke. So you've got a single queen-size bed.
So we're sharing or flipping?
Get to be small spoon.
Well, just know that Wilbur gets a pillow though.
Oh, did you bring the? Oh no, did you bring a rat? I am
And I take one of the pillows while she's talking, and I put it like nicely in the corner.
The fact that she asked for cheese was kind of a hint.
Yeah.
I put Wilbur on the pillow.
Wilbur goes onto the pillow, and he scuttles around a bit, and he jumps off, and he goes. I can't even make that sound. And he grabs like the corner of the pillow, he pulls it off to the bed, and pulls it into underneath a chair that's sitting in the room, and he gets onto it, and his little nose and his nose hairs are wrinkling all over the place. Continue your conversation.
Oh, I'm not sharing a bed with
He's not going to be in the bed. He's simply going to sleep under the chair. I just wanted him to have a pillow. If you can bring in a creepy poltergeist, I should be allowed to bring in a peaceful rat.
Mine's not my choice.
Not my fault. You still brought it. Yours is more chaotic than mine.
Second class elitist. Could you roll me a willpower there? Motherfucker.
I can do that.
Yeah. There's no way you can't beat this. Oh, wait, there's. No, there's no way you
There's
can't
always a
lose.
way.
There's no ways you can't lose this. No, you're not losing it. Okay, cool.
Padow.
Yeah. What happened on the way here? What happened on
That's
the way?
a lot of ones that I'm glad they didn't hurt.
Yeah.
but that was close.
What happened on the way here, Olivia? You felt a small hand on your shoulder, and after a while it just disappeared. Second class elitist, the same happened to you. You felt a small hand like brushing up against your leg. And you look around, you're expecting Cobra Kai, Sean McLaughlin to be next to you, and there's no one. You're like, oh, motherfucker. Okay. Yeah. One of these willpowers will fail. I'm just saying.
And then you're
I'm using for those of you wondering, there is an opposing roll, but I'm using for this specific act, I'm literally using willpower. As in Dungeons and Dragons. I'm using it that way. I don't want to do opposing checks because it's just complicated. Willpower is just a one-button click. Yeah. And you can see my difficulty on stream, what I'm giving them. One of these days that difficulty will go through. Anyway, yeah, back at the ranch. Or the raunchy buffalo.
Oh no, it's the
Lily Pond. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Lily Pond.
Lily
Yeah.
Lily Pond or Pad?
Pond.
Sorry.
Okay.
pond.
There's no fucking pond there. You didn't see a pond.
Okay, well, let's go to the boys' room and discuss our plan to go find the Herc source
Right.
town. We go out and go knock on the door.
As you go out, you see the one driver, your driver, looks at you and like throws a cigarette away, and he's ready.
Honey, it's okay. Smoke away.
We
Ready to
don't
mind.
care.
Takes
Can
out
I
another
pick it up and give
cigarette.
it back to him?
No, he takes out another cigarette. Fuck it. He gets paid a lot of money. He can smoke as much as he wants.
And let's face it, that's not going to be what kills him.
Yeah.
No.
And then we knock on the room service. My dog thought that was real.
Go on, open
I
the
hope.
door. Yo. Do this.
Hey, you
And-
guys ready to go look for the Herc?
Sure.
Sounds like a
Tell
plan.
them to come in. Look for a
Mm.
pad with a pen.
What do you write on this pad? No, there is a. You use the leaflet that was there. There's a pen. There's a
Okay.
notepad. This is just a quick thing. This is what I like. You add the. You also like add some details to the room. There will be a pad and pen. It's accepted. Yeah,
Okay.
right next to the little Gideon's Bible. You know.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
is there a Bible? There's always a Bible.
Yeah.
There's always a Gideon.
Yeah, and I write on the thing. It's like, don't talk about our true objective. Have not checked the place for bugs yet.
Oh, we're not stupid.
In my mind, I'm like, we discussed this. Okay, you guys ready to go look for Herc sources?
I'm ready.
Okay, well,
like a
I
plan.
guess Theo and I are gonna go hit the stores quick, change a tire, and go check out that the raunchy buffalo. I think, and then you guys go check out the drug den since John, you have expertise with that, and then we'll meet back here.
I did bring a bag of clothes.
Never mind, Theo's gonna go play dress up with me. Wish me
I
luck.
cannot leave the house without, a change of clothing. You know me. I'm not
That's
wearing
fair.
the same outfit twice
In one night.
in one
Quick question, Zafar.
in 1 week.
When I spoke to Delphine, did she give us spare clothes as well? Because I can't remember if she did or not.
Yeah, she
yeah,
gave
she
you the
did.
clothes,
She
but she
definitely
didn't
did.
give you-
Yeah, she did. Definitely did because that's one of the things you organized. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess it's time to go get my boy attire. I've been watching God of War playthroughs.
It's your T-shirt is a 1998 Metallica T-shirt that was done. That was
Yeah.
part of one of their tours in America,
Fuck yes.
and you've got jeans.
I like it.
I was hoping for a Sailor Man outfit.
She literally
Well,
said
it
you
looks
wear
like
what you
Donald
normally.
Duck.
She literally said you wear what you normally wear.
Yeah,
Why
but
do you
we were
want
hoping
to?
give him a little prerogative, like a little yummy boy candy.
Well, at least it doesn't have holes in like the stuff I'm actually wearing right now.
Oh my goodness.
He comes out dressed in a Metallica t-shirt and jeans. There weren't any underwear though. Just saying.
Commando.
It's fine.
And yeah, so you guys are ready to hit. I take it John Andrews and Sean will hit the Flamingo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
And
Theo and I are gonna go get dressed. and then
get
hit the
dressed and
buffalo.
hit the raunchy buffalo. Funny thing, I believe there is actually a club called Flamingo in Kimberley because that's one of the other things that Kimberley's got. But I think it's called the Pink Flamingo or something. And it's not a drug den or anything, it's just a normal club. And I know there was a Buffalo Ranch, but I changed it to Raunchy Buffalo. Okay, so as you get ready, you just get in the car and leave, right? John and Sean. How long are you going to take to fix this up? What's going to happen? What's the conversation between you, Theodora, and Olivia while you're getting her dressed and made up and everything?
No, I'm not wearing that. No, not wearing that.
Oh, but why? This one will go great with your eyes. Put it on.
Because it doesn't seem logical in, like, scenarios that we might get into.
It's perfect. You make the little guys happy.
I grab it, getting ready. Put it on.
You almost think Wilbur goes.
Shut up. It's riding up.
Take off your underwear, then it won't ride up.
Zaffa learned something
Wow.
today.
Wow.
Whew.
Have you always been like this? Just easy?
What?
Nothing?
Also, no lines.
We're gonna go commando. It's fine. Whatever. You'll put it back on. Okay, you ready to go yet?
I'm ready.
Okay. Come on, but I open my pocket.
Okay, cool. Wilbur jumps in.
That jacket and that dress does not go.
Have rat will travel.
Have rat will travel. And at that point, we are going to take a quick break.
Yay!
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's say 40 past, whatever your hour is. 41, 40 past, about there. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. And just a quick thing, I want to say thank you for that resub there. You do rock. And yeah, let's go take a quick break and we'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Okay, bye.
I want you to describe her.
And we are back. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. So, let's get to Sean, and John.
Dun dun dun.
You arrive at the club. It's in what you would consider the downtown area of Kimberley. There's a bunch of shops. One of them's open 24/7. And there's music coming from the club. It's some or other Afrikaans thing. Not really that pertinent to the thing. And there is a bouncer sitting outside the entrance. And just in iron signage, you see a flamingo, and then underneath it is like the flamingo. Sort of rusted. You can smell a hint of sewage in the air. This is not
High
your...
quality.
Yeah, this is not your typical... Well, it's not your clean area of the city. And you approach the club. There's a bouncer sitting outside. Big burly man. Shaven. Completely clean shaven. His face is as round as his body. And he's like, alright, julle ken die drill. And he makes like this. And he starts patting down. It's like, fuck it. Kid. And he looks at you, John. It's like, you're the fault.
Bring your kid to club week. What do you want from me?
Right, okay, fine. Just look after him, hey? Don't let him cause cuck. Please, don't let him cause cuck. And always make sure he's got a can of Coke in his hand. Because then people will start thinking, this is fucking crazy. Yeah, and he pats you down. And he lets you in. This is a free club.
You heard him, Sean. Don't be a cuck.
Right, yeah, whatever. Just before we go in, strategy. I'm thinking you play. If we're trying to attract the dude that we're trying to find, you should play the dominating role, and I should be, the quiet, subservient type of, always looking down, typical slave type of look. You get what I mean?
Yep, should work fine.
Okay, we just reverse time a bit. You talk about this outside the car, and then you go in. Okay.
Yeah.
You enter the club. The smell of weed hits you. Smell of sweat mixed with alcohol, maybe a bit of vomit somewhere. There's a slight hint of blood in the air. A very slight hint. The club is reasonably full. It can take the size of the club ain't that big. It can take about 50 people, 60 people. Currently, if you look at it, it's like it's a reasonably successful, busy evening for the club. It's not packed, but you're gonna take your sweet time ordering drinks from the bar.
Right.
You're gonna spend at least 10 minutes at the bar trying to get a drink. That's basically what it boils down to. Are you looking for anything specific? Are you...
I'm going to be ordering something from the bar. Rum and Coke and just Coke.
Yeah.
And I am going to...
Are you going to blush with life?
Well, we'll see. At the very least, I'm ordering.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Going to not make a scene and be overt, but make sure that we're noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
And
no, people do notice you with the kid.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
These are things that stand out. So, and then go and get something, boothy and dark cornery as possible.
Okay.
And I'm busy doing that while, me looking down, subservient type of thing, standing reasonably close to John to keep that appearance up. While I'm doing that, I'm looking for any potential high-class rollers, people, if I can spot, quality clothing, jewelry, anything like that.
You don't necessarily spot any of those. You do notice, though, on a wits and awareness of... Because currently you're just glancing and not trying to show that you're looking.
God fucking damn it.
Oh, there we go.
I'm re-rolling that. No, not happening. Not now.
Well, the big thing is, what can you re-roll? Let's see here.
You can re-roll one dice.
You can re-roll one dice, but you had a bestial failure.
I know. That's the problem.
That is the problem.
Yeah, roll power, re-roll that one. That's your second one for tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Re-roll dice.
Just one, yeah.
Okay, cool. Piss off, beast.
No, you subsided. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Not a bestial failure, at least.
Save my skin.
You don't notice anything catching your eye. If you are looking for, are you looking for someone specific, or just looking for a boothy type area to sit in?
Just a boothy type area, like. Rather than looking for people, I'm letting people look for me.
Okay,
basically.
just roll me a d10 there, John. For those of you wondering, this is like a d100. Oof. Okay, cool. On your way, you saw an open booth or an open couch area. They don't normally have booths. They just basically have like very comfy leather couches with a table in front of it and another bench to the side. So you see an open spot, and as you're walking towards this open spot, a woman, I don't know if I should call her a woman or a girl, a very young woman, probably a student. Very scantily dressed. High heels, stockings, hot pants, a corset. Bumps into you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. How are you doing?" And she takes her finger and she runs it down your chest. "How are you doing, big boy?" And she looks at you. "Oh, better. Oh, what's your plans for tonight?"
Nothing yet. Did you have anything in mind?
"I like where you are going. How about we go sit somewhere and we get this conversation going?"
Sure.
She bites her lower lip and she's like, "Okay, cool." Trying to act all seductively and shit. And you move to the couch area, the couch bit, and she sits first,
mm-hmm.
and pats the couch so that you can go sit next to her. Obviously,
I sit down,
you sit down,
and I point to a spot at the edge of the couch.
It's as if she notices Sean for the first time. And she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, you've got experience." She smiles coyly and she starts making small talk, completely ignoring Sean. What is your general motive towards her, so that we can just quickly get an overview of what you're talking about and whatnot? She's like into you. You know that.
Yeah.
And when the moment you said nothing much, you got any plans? She realized you were like her knees got weak because you're an international man.
Yay. Basically, using the conversation as a cover to now try to scan the room.
So you're not giving her attention, but you're giving her just necessary information to keep her, let's say, satiated.
Yeah.
The conversation going.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm basically just feeding her just enough to keep up appearances while trying to scan the room and see what's going on.
Okay, cool.
And if she seems to say anything that kind of keywords in the direction that we're looking, then I'll follow up on the conversation more than that. If not, the plan is basically once this isn't serving my purposes anymore, I'm going to kind of, redirect away from her.
Yeah, she's basically just like leaning towards like, hey, we could go back to my place. And, the more you try and just, she realizes after a while that you're trying to, just keep her at bay, the harder she tries. Puts her hand on your leg, moves it up a little bit, And she does mention like, hey, aren't you drinking? And she takes a sip of your drink. She's like, oh, rum and coke, my favorite. Maybe it's my favorite for tonight. And she's like, aren't you drinking? As her hand moves slowly up your leg.
I'm making sure to pace myself tonight. I don't want to get too far ahead of things.
Oh, you'd like to be present. I like that in a man. And she rubs up against your arm with her other hand. And she eventually gets to a point she's like, I usually don't have this effect on men. And she feels a bit. She feels a bit more. You realize where she's feeling. And she's like, are you a gay? You can't be a gay because you've got a kid. Psst, if you want a blush of life now would be the time to do it.
Alright, how do we do that thing?
It's a rouse check.
Yay!
Yep.
I'm quite rousing.
And after a while she's like, oh, delayed reaction. Even better. Means you can last longer. She's just there. She's into you, Mm-hmm. But you placate her and you're scanning the room for what exactly? Now you got to think back at what the guy said. I'm not going to give you that info. He told you something about the clubs. Yeah. Well, I gave already too much away.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you roll 347 successes. Looking first for whoever looks like they're keying the room. The person that's looking looking for people that might be what they're looking for at the bigger club. Also looking for anyone who seems to be making more eye contact with Sean than with anything else happening in the area.
So, due to your background, I'm gonna adjust the skill that you're gonna use to look for these things. So you are gonna go. You're looking for something specifically. So you're basically gonna go. You're gonna go wits and. It's basically the same. No. Yeah. You're looking for someone performing sort of what they're, they're there to perform, and key the room, like you said.
Yeah,
So
they're there to do a role. So I'm looking for someone trying to do that role.
Yeah, so it's basically wits and performance that I'm going to ask of you.
That works for me. I'll take it. No beast checks involved.
No beast checks involved. Man, you towed the line there. Man, this girl's touch is amazing. You see, now that there's a bit of blood flowing through your veins, it is quite distracting.
Now
but
that there's a bit of blood flowing through my veins, it's no longer flowing.
Yeah. Yeah. You see a dude dressed slightly better than everybody else in this club.
Okay.
And he's not necessarily looking around, but he's definitely not there to enjoy being in the club and whatever. Every now and again you'll see someone come up to him and he'll talk to them and he'll point them to someone else. And if you follow it, it's they go speak to another person, to another man. It's either a man or a woman. If it's a dude approaching him, he'll send her towards a woman. He'll send the dude towards the woman. If it's a girl approaching him, he'll send her towards a dude. You know, just opposite genders. And they would talk for a little bit. And the person he sent them to would disappear for about 5 minutes. Come back, and they would greet the person. And slip something into their pockets. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's what that guy is there for. He does glance over once or twice in your direction, not specifically looking, as far as you could tell, at Sean McLaughlin. Oh shit, sorry, bumped the mic there. Just glancing over in your direction, and once he smiles, like the third time, he smiles, and he looks around again. He might have smiled because he caught you looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
He might have smiled because of the girl doing her thing. You can't really determine that. And he looks around as if he is looking for something. But it might be potential clients. It might be, potential druggies, whatever.
Right.
And yeah, he's really, he's quite popular. In the 10-15 minutes that you're looking at it, there's about 4 different people that walked up to him and got their fix.
Okay. What I'm gonna do is remember that I should have opened this book already.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, there we go. Okay. The girl that is here with me, we are going to... Oh, where's the freaking page that I need? Give me a second.
Okay. We'll get to the lady soon, trust me.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I apologize. I should have had this open. Basically, I'm going to use my ability to make her kind of forget the entire conversation. And then I'm going to head over to the guy who's been working the room.
That is the cloud memory?
Sounds reasonable.
Is that what you're looking for? It's cloud memory. Now,
I think so.
I believe cloud memory only works up to 5 minutes. You've been sitting there for 15.
Good point.
Yeah. Let me just confirm that. Give me a few seconds. I believe it is cloud memory is... It is a dominate thing, if I remember correctly, yeah. Let me just confirm. I think it's just 5 minutes.
I don't think so.
Oh, it says last few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Roll me a charisma on dominate. Unprepared mortal. Again, no roll is fucking needed.
Yep.
So what are you gonna tell her?
I aim for those. I'm a shitty player. I aim for those.
So what are you gonna tell her? You know, you've spent 15 minutes together. You need to cloud her memory for a bit.
Okay. So, why don't you go ahead and go back to your place, and I will meet you there in a few minutes. And then everything that's happened here is just going to seem like a distant memory. That way, anybody else that might be listening, it just sounds like conversation.
Yeah. She smiles. She's like, I'll see you there, big boy. And she walks off. Quite seductively. A few men look at her. Couple of guys, about 2 or 3 of them, moves off behind her, like after her, and she disappears. The three guys as well. One of the 3 guys were one of the people that took something, that got something from the contact.
Gotcha.
And with your eye keeping on...
Does it look like he's more tailing her, or does it look like he has specific interest? Like, I'm trying to figure out if he's trying to follow her to get more about me, or if he's...
Oh, no, when I'm saying one of the guys is one of the guys that got weed from the other guy.
Right.
That guy's still standing there. Yeah. He's got...
Okay.
He's got... there's some intentions there. You're not entirely sure. Him with the other 2 guys have got some intentions, and yeah.
That's fine. They're going to have a wonderful time together. Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure that it wasn't anything that I needed to, intercept.
No, not if you wanted to. So, yeah.
Right.
Okay. So the guy that's pointed everybody towards his 2 contacts looks around a bit, and for a brief instance, because you're a bit focused on him, do you tell Sean McLaughlin any of this? Sean is just sitting there drinking his Coke.
Yeah, and because she left him, I moved a little bit closer to him.
Right.
To keep the appearance.
So, there's a guy at the bar, 3 o'clock from where you're sitting.
All right.
Tall, blue shirt.
Got it.
It looks like he's the gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper, okay.
Unless you've seen anything else.
No, not at all.
Okay. Without looking at him, does it look like he might now be looking over towards the booth?
I'm glad you asked that. As you're looking at him, and talking to Cobra Kai, Sean McLaughlin, he's just looking down, looking up a little bit, and then looking down, looking up a little bit. A hint of surprise flashes across his face when he sees you alone with the kid next to you. Now, it might be a surprise as in... You make up your own mind, but a hint of surprise flashes across his face. He's like... And he smiles again as if he's trying to hide it, and then continue on casing the room.
Has he moved around the room, or is he basically waiting for people to come up to him?
He's basically waiting for people to come up to him. Yeah.
Okay.
His drink is untouched. Again, he is mortal. Well, it was definitely something and a Coke mix, and the ice is melted already. Yeah. So there's like, if you look closely, there's like this layer of translucent brown just on top. Yeah.
All right. To Sean, stay here. Don't get in any trouble. And I'll be right back.
Got it. Not moving.
And I get up with my drink and head over to the guy.
Yeah, you still got Blush of Life, so you can actually drink some of it if you want to.
Yay!
I guess Sean is just lifting the thing, the can up and then blowing into it, like, this is tasty. I'm not gonna throw up tonight. You move over to him just as he points another guy in the direction of the girl.
Okay.
And he looks at you. He's like, so what can I get you tonight? I could see you're a potential... You've got tastes. You're looking for something more than alcohol.
And we both know that this shithole is not the best scene in town. But it's where I needed to be for you to know that I should be somewhere better. So, let's talk.
That'll be 500 rand.
How much do I have on me, Zaffa?
Oh, balls. Okay, what we're gonna do, let me just check something on your character sheet first. This not there. Is it there?
Probably not.
Roll me a d10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll only has 4 letters in it. How the fuck?
Or you can just say /R.
Patow.
Okay, you've got 1,000 rand on you. Well, 950 rand because you bought 2 drinks. Yeah.
Yay! And
Yeah.
now it's 450.
Those are expensive drinks, goodness.
I tip well.
He tipped well. They told him it's 35 rand, and he's like, here's 50.
I don't even know what this Monopoly money is. Here, take some of this shit. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. The equivalent, you've got the equivalent of about $80 on you.
Yay.
Yeah. Well, now 80, whatever, 80 something, 85, 80 something. Anyway. And he's like, he sees this, and he's like, okay, cool, and he takes it, looks around, nods to someone in the distance, and he's like, okay, cool, you don't look the part, but it seems like you want a bit of the harder stuff, and he slips you a card.
Excellent.
And he looks like towards the table. It's like, your kid?
After a fashion.
Interesting. On the card is it's a buffalo, a pink buffalo, looking like buffalo's facing this way, like it's like a caricature of a buffalo looking this way, and a flamingo, and it's pink. Quite a high quality card.
Good stuff.
And he looks at you and he's like, is the kid gonna join you?
Yes. Consider it a rare package deal.
He takes the card and he just writes a +1 on it. He looked at you. He's like, he's not going to ask you again for another $500. So he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do this way, and then
Right.
yeah. He's like, yeah. Behave yourself. I'd suggest you don't go tonight.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm doing my job. I'm getting paid to do my job, and usually people get these things at the end of the night. It's about 10 o'clock at night at the moment. 10, 11 at night.
Mm-hmm.
So usually first thing the next night is usually when they expect new faces.
Not a problem.
In the middle of the night, not so much.
I'm not here to cause trouble for you. We'll be fine.
Cool. And he's like, someone else approaches him. He's like, well, excuse me. And he talks to the guy. And you hear he tells the guy 1,000 rand.
Nice.
Yeah.
As I'm walking away, I just raise up a hand and turn it and wait for Sean to head over.
I get up quite hastily, follow him.
Mm-hmm.
We're leaving.
Right.
Get out. The bouncer's
And
like, yeah.
And I queue up our driver.
Okay, no, the guy was waiting outside the whole time.
Perfect.
They know they're working night shifts when they're working for you guys, so he was waiting outside basically. They sleep during the day. Fuck it. You get out, and as you walk out, the bouncer's like, whoa, only 30, 40 minutes? Bliksem. Don't you like this place?
I'll be back.
You'll be back.
I have some business to take care of.
You've got some... Okay, right. But I can always recommend a few other places. But it's going to cost you about 500 rand to find out about the other places.
How about it's going to cost me 400, and if I like them better than this one, I'll come back and give you another 4.
He looks at you, and he tells you about a place called the Texan. Yeah.
Man, everybody down here has something with Texans.
He tells you about the Texan, and he says like it's got delicious food, and he could tell you were not suited for this place. And great food. You look like a man who can eat, and it's a little bit bitter music. And he does tell you, however, that the only thing it's got to, in relation with Texas is literally the name Texan. That's it.
Fair enough.
And obviously the huge amount of meat they prepare every night for everybody. So, yeah.
All right. So I give him the other 4, so that I'm almost broke, but not quite. And we head back to the car.
Cool. Scene rewinds back to... I hope Olivia is still awake. Okay, she is still awake.
She was focusing. She was getting ready.
She's like, I'm not going to die in front of the camera yet. So you're getting ready. What is Olivia wearing, Theodora? What did you give her?
I gave her a very silky, shiny, tight silver dress. But you know the ones where it's got its very thin strip here, and then it's kind of it's loose around this area here,
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of makes folds.
Yeah.
And it's quite tight fitting, and it's a bit short with a slit up the side.
So it's basically the only loose fitting bit is the cleavage area. So there's no like suggestive holes on the side, nothing. It's just a silver sleek dress. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Thank God I shaved.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, what are you wearing, Theo?
Yeah. What are you wearing?
Oh well, I have this black dress. It's kind of also low cut off the shoulder, but mine's got a bit of sleeves, and it's also tight, and it goes off to the one side of the bottom of the dress, kind of
Yeah.
tapers off to the one side. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, why do you get black and I get silver?
But it goes so well with your eyes. It just makes your eyes pop and sparkle.
Make you pop.
Aside from the
Okay.
jacket.
Yeah, that jacket's just a no-go.
Well, wherever I go, the jacket goes. Okay, you ready to go? Let me just grab the
Go.
money. Okay, head
Just
out
make
to the
sure
car.
that thing of yours stays hidden.
You know what? I actually think Wilbur should stay here.
I
Last
think
thing we
that's
need is
better
a
idea.
rat popping up. Okay,
That's
puppy.
a great idea.
Put him
Lead.
back under his chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Put a little thing of water for him, you know.
Yeah.
We head out.
Cool. You head out. The driver isn't outside. Not waiting for you. You knock on his door. And he opens it, and he's visibly surprised at the attire change. He's a warm-blooded male.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, his face belies his emotions. He's like, let's, where do you want to go? And he looks at the both of you, and he smiles a little bit, and...
We're going to the Ranchy Buffalo. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, and you gave him the address and everything, and you get in the car, and
God, it
as
keeps
you...
lighting up.
I told you to take off your underwear, then it won't
I did. I'm
ride.
talking about line of the dress. It's like so far up. My hooch is about to pop out.
Oh my goodness, you don't know how to.
God.
As you drive away from the guest house, the camera goes back into your room, and you see Wilbur standing there, and he jumps onto one of the other chairs onto the window, and he looks at the car, and the camera zooms in on his face, and you can see teary rat eyes with the music, "I will remember you," playing in the background. Camera fades back to the car. And you've got about 5 minutes, roughly, to talk shit, if you want to. Otherwise, we'll just skip ahead to the Raunchy Buffalo.
Yeah, I think we're good.
No? Okay, cool. You get there. This is in the upper class part of town. But this looks like it is literally a club. It's a house, okay? And it's... There's a couple of people standing outside with 2 bouncers. And someone comes up to them, and they, like, point something, and the people, like... And they turn out and they leave. And turn around and they leave. Next bunch of people, they do a bit of talking, and the bouncer's like, no, and they leave. Third group, one guy gets a little bit rowdy. The 2 bouncers get in on him, punch him, throw him around a bit, handle him, kicks him to the side, and he leaves. And you get out. And you go stand in the line.
Right.
This looks like it's a tough entrance.
Well, just make sure your girls are on display.
They already are. The whole world can see them. I'm pretty sure they're like a lighthouse to the world right now.
Great. We shouldn't have any problems getting it.
Okay. Smile.
There's a guy in front of you. You're about 4th in line. There's a guy in front of you, and he saw you got out, and he was following. His gaze was following you, Theodora.
Mm-hmm.
Well dressed, nice suit, dress pants, jacket and everything. Shaved head, skinny, and
Let's do that.
and he looks at you.
Lexi,
Actually, no, it's someone else in my mind that I'm trying to describe, but I don't want to give too much away because I might get sued. And he looks at and he looks at you, and he's like, "Hey, I recognize you from somewhere.
Oh?
I believe a friend of mine has got... No, you can't be the same person.
Are you sure? Perhaps you've been to my gallery or seen some of my work.
Flash of recognition goes across his face. It's like, are you the Theodora Sinclair?
I am.
What a pleasure to meet you.
And you are?
And I am my name is Charles.
Could have been a little more creative with the name.
A little bit.
Charles Xavier, bold man, lanky.
No, it's not even that.
I know.
I've got a list. I've got a list of names that I'm running through here, and if I use them, I give them to someone. And he's like, yeah, it's he thinks about it for a while. It's I believe you helped out Joan with the statue of her daughter.
That's correct.
Yeah. It was quite good.
Belinda.
Yeah, Belinda. Yeah, that was her name. Yeah, it was quite good that you did that for her for so cheap. Your stuff isn't really that. Well, quality is expensive.
She is a dear friend of mine, and when she told me the story of Belinda getting ill and dying like that, I had to give it to her.
Shame what happened to her husband, though, hey? Died in a car crash. Died in a car crash 2-3 years ago.
Oh, was it a car accident?
Yeah,
Was it a car accident?
He moved here, and that's how I got to know her and him. He moved here. He was still like, after the death of their daughter, they were still keeping in contact. But he told me everything. It's a shame about what happened to him. Yeah. She just doesn't have all the luck. She doesn't have any luck. But I wouldn't expect you, and your line moves on a bit, moves up one person. I wouldn't expect someone of your... And he looks over at Olivia. He smiles, and he's like, I wouldn't imagine you being here. Her, on the other hand, hi, I'm Charles. And he takes out his hand, and
I look at it.
Oh, you like to play that way. Okay, cool. This is then the place for you, but Theodora, Lady Sinclair, I seriously did not think, unless...
Well, it's ladies' night, and we have to try everything at least once. Otherwise, what's life for? You know what I mean?
Of course. Well, you can skip the line, and then I'll come in after you.
Oh, well, that's so kind. Thank you, Charles.
And he moves back, and you guys get up to the line, to the bouncers.
Did that to check out their ass, right?
Probably.
If you look back, you see him smile, look down, look up at you, and smile again. You get to the bouncers, and they look you up and down. And they like, you can come in. They point at you, Theodora.
Mm-hmm.
You can come in for her 250 rand.
250?
But she's with me.
Exactly, 250 rand.
I don't see how that's very fair.
Well, slaves gotta pay their way.
Well, do you know who I am, darling?
No, and I don't care.
Well, okay.
Oh.
I see how it
Pull
is.
up, the money, pay the 250, so I should have 750 left.
What a good slave. And he lets both of you
We
in.
do the best we can, and I put my hand on his shoulder and caress it and then move into the building with Theo.
He looks at you in disgust as you do that, but he allows the touching.
Oh, I'm your slave. Let's do this. What do you want to do, master?
Let's first get inside.
White concrete fences, like, again, about 6-7 foot high. You walk through the gates, and very like a 3-story building. About 200 meters in. So you walk a distance and you see, again, lush green grass, lots of plants and trees. You're thinking it's probably to hide or as a soundproofing mechanism. That's why there's so many plants around here, or trees at least. Very lush. And you get to the front door of the house. It's open. You hear classical music from the inside. Everything is dimly lit inside the house. You can't really see in. You can see inside, but it's like it's very dimly lit. It's like one of those old, you know, the we don't have it anymore in South Africa, but the older houses had the yellow lights.
Yeah.
Not the white LED stuff, the yellow stuff. It's sort of lit in that yellowish hue, everything.
Okay.
But it's almost as if every second light, if you're walking down a hallway, every second light is switched on, you know, to keep it reasonably dark. You enter the foyer, and there's a man and a woman standing there, dressed in leather. Woman showing a bit more skin that she should. The man is just the leather hot pants, 6-pack, maybe an 8-pack. We don't know. You know, the lights might be playing tricks on you. And they're standing there with trays, and they hand you each a glass.
Thank you.
Oh, why, thank you.
And they say, "Welcome to the Raunchy Buffalo. Anything you fancy? Anyone? Any type of... Are you together?"
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I grab her like waist and pull her close.
Okay, so you're gonna follow the pink line then.
Ah.
Yes.
You go first, honey.
All right.
So
Follow me.
from the outset, the moment she mentions pink line, there are 3 lines: a blue, green, and a pink. Right?
Okay.
And they all lead, for the first part in the hallway, they lead towards the same direction, and then one of them splits off into another hallway. 2 of them splits off in another hallway. And you follow the pink line, you take a right, eventually. The hall leads you to the right. And there is a big... This was clearly 2 rooms, and it's been made bigger. Pink light, pink hue covers everything, and there's 2 women on a stage doing stuff to each other. The one woman starts rubbing Vaseline all over the other woman, takes lighter fluid, pours it all over the other woman, lights it on fire, and the woman starts dancing to Metallica, Nothing Else Matters. And after a while, she gets doused in water again. And because she's wet, she needs to be dried off. That whole thing. There's a bar to the side. A very small bar, like literally there's 5, excluding you guys, there's 5 other women in this area. Yeah. Well, 6 if you count the one waitress sitting next to the one group. Then it's 6. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if we should try the rest of the things. Maybe to save an experiment.
You gotta have to repeat that. Your microphone is breaking up.
I think maybe what we'll do is get a drink, mingle, suss this out, and then maybe go explore the other line. think we just want to experiment, see what we're dealing with here.
You want to experiment?
Not really, but say we are, so we can suss out the entire building.
Right, I got you.
Get your mind out the
Okay.
gut. Plus, you should go find your child. Me, the slave,
Charles is going
need
to
to
be in
go
this
back to
room.
my usual life. Okay, well, for safety's sake, I think I can't tell if we're the only kindred here. Let's maybe try fit in a little
In this
bit.
room, yes, you are.
Okay,
Alright.
let's try fit in a little bit. Get a drink, blush it up, drink, mingle. Okay, what drink do you want, honey?
Champagne, darling, of course.
You still have the champagne with you.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go get a rum and coke. So I head to the
I'm
bar.
gonna get
Blush
another.
live.
65 rand for a rum and coke. Single or double? Single or double?
Single. Let me just. It's a rouse check, right, for blush live.
It's a rouse check, yes.
Hunger gain.
Okay, you gain 1 hunger. How much? What's your hunger at the moment?
2.
2. Okay, cool.
Oh, you're lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Just a single.
Single, 65 rand.
Here
Mm-hmm.
we go.
The woman behind the bar, dressed in a Catholic schoolgirl's outfit, with enough buttons open to show a bit more than cleavage, and a dress that will basically be too tight for a poodle around her waist. And she's like, welcome to the Raunchy Buffalo. Glad you're here. If there's anything any of us ladies can do for you, please don't hesitate to ask.
Well,
You know,
we're just
that
friendly.
dress does seem a bit tight-fitting. If you need someone to get it out, off of you and give you a bit of freedom, we've got private
I
rooms.
need. You do.
Yes.
Well, see, my partner and I just want to explore the facility. We're new to town, want to see what everything they have to offer. We're at that part of our relationship where we want to experiment. So we're just gonna mingle, see what catches our eye, and then maybe we'll take you up on that room.
When you say experiment, do you have any intention behind the word experiment?
Nope.
Are you okay? So you just want to experiment, okay?
Just free. See what tickles our fancy when we see it.
I believe there will be a lot of tickling involved. Should we? Do you want? How far do you want to take the experimentation?
I will have to discuss that with my partner. She's kind of the leader, and I'm just her slave, if you will.
Oh, okay. So you like a bit of role play? I love a bit of role play myself. Tonight I'm role playing as, and she stands back a little bit. She's like, and she takes and she's like, yeah, okay. So let us know if we can help you with anything.
No problem.
And she
Can you
takes a drink.
explain the lines. So I assume pink is for ladies,
Mm-hmm.
blue men,
Blue is for men, yeah.
and green.
And the green
Mix.
is what we call the green room area. That's the private rooms we're talking about. That's the private rooms we're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But
are
you
we allowed
unfortunately
to-
have to pay to get to those areas.
How much do we pay?
600, I kid you not, 666 rand.
Well, that seems like a very legit number.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Well, we're gonna go mingle around. I hope you found God in your Catholic ways. And we'll see
Oh,
you
I
around.
always scream his name.
Cheers. And I walk back to Theo.
Mm.
Oh my god. Now I know why it's called the Ranchi Buffalo. I feel so. Ugh.
So yes.
Okay. So, blue line, men, pink line, girls, green line, private rooms.
Aha. All right. So I'll go get into those private
It is. So here's the plan. Charles is in, I assume, blue line. You go flirt with Charles. Charles takes you into a private room.
And what will you be doing?
I'll be getting drunk and getting through this night.
Or
Uh,
I'll go seduce Charles, and you can just tag along, you know.
well, I'm your slave master, so whatever pleases
Exactly.
Hmm.
I'm sure he
Okay,
won't
well-
mind a third wheel.
you. I'm sure he won't mind getting snapped necked for touching me, but let's do this. I chug my drink. I put it down and we head to the blue line. Better hope there's no furniture in those private rooms, Theo.
Oh, they'll
Couches,
probably have
and-
some sort of weird furniture.
As long as you don't go beastly on it.
Oh, please.
Mm-hmm. You say
That's a
that before.
one-time thing.
Yep. Sure.
So you sit there for a few minutes and then you get up and leave.
Yeah.
You follow your way back to where the lines split off,
Mm-hmm.
and you follow the blue line. There's about 6 people in the place. It's exactly the same setup as the previous one, but it's only blue lighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you're drunk and high or whatever, you can find your way by just following the lights, essentially, or the lines. Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
lines.
You walk in, and a quick cursory glance across the room. Charles isn't there.
Hmm.
Looks like your honey already found the private room.
There is a dude and a girl on the stage, and they're performing lewd acts in front of everybody.
Okay, well, let's see. Doing some math here. 750, 65. I have more than around. Wait, yeah, I should have enough to get into the private room, right? 750 minus.
How much did you
I
bring?
should have. I had 1,000. I used 250, so I was at 750. Spent 65, so I should be at 685.
Yeah, you should be able to get a
Okay.
private room, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you
If
could
just-
give the money to me, and I could possibly do a little trick.
Do a little trick with my money.
Yes, well, not quite with your money. On
Do a little trick for her money.
No.
Womp, womp, womp.
The person taking the cash.
You want to try and see if they'll bring the price down?
Or just make them believe you're giving them the exact amount.
Well, do you really? What if they are, a little bit more immune or more aware of such debauchery?
Well, you could try.
Could. I just want to look around the room. Is there any men or staggering by themselves that look, pretty well off?
Everybody seems well off in this area. None of them are staggering around. All 5 of the people, 5-ish. 5 people are looking at the stage.
Okay, but are there any ones alone, isolated, or?
No, they're sitting in a group. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
weird.
And they're fixed on the stage.
Okay, well, do you want to try pick up someone from the table, see if they'll take us?
Try.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
As you move towards a table, a waiter in leather, a waiter with a strap on, male.
Okay.
That's the only thing he's wearing. He comes up to you. He's like, "Anything I can help you with?"
Oh, no, not at the moment, thank you.
And he seductively rubs his strap on while he talks to you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Do you know these people?
No, but I am gonna go introduce myself.
Oh, you're a performer. Okay, okay. I'm pretty sure that the necessary paperwork is in order, and that you have obviously permission. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gotten this far, especially in this blue room. So yeah, of course. Sorry for bothering you, and hopefully they enjoy their night. And he walks off.
Why, thank you. That's us.
You move over to the table.
I still got my glass champagne.
Glass of champagne. You did do Blush of Life, yeah.
I didn't because I haven't had any yet.
You haven't had any yet. Okay. They are entranced by what's going on the stage. They don't really notice you. Unless you
Okay.
walk in front of, like, between their vision, between them and the stage, they'll notice you. They are literally just sitting there watching.
How far
One
are
of
they from the stage? Are they like literally sitting in
It's
front
about-
of the stage?
they're about 6-7 meters from the stage.
Okay.
Two of them are definitely touching themselves while they see what's happening on the stage, while they experience it. And the other 3, they're getting there. You know, they look at the stage, they sit a little bit uncomfortably, and you know, one of the 3 remaining people clearly moves his hands down towards his waist, and you assume that he's loosening his belt. Yeah. And what's an awareness for me, please?
From me.
From you. Actually, both from you and Olivia.
When? Whoops. Please don't be a beast. Oh, thank God.
Wait, did that happen? Did I see correctly?
Yeah, she got a missy critical.
Okay, let's start off with Olivia first.
Ooh.
The guys at the table are high as fuck on something.
Okay.
Yeah. Theodora. The last time you fed was on someone also high on something.
Yeah.
And you hear a voice in your head going, wouldn't it be good to get high again? Actually, no. It wouldn't. It will be good to get high again. What do? You can't fight it off. You need to tell me what you're gonna do to get that high.
I'm gonna walk in front of that gentleman who was almost undoing his belt because he looks like an easy target.
Yeah.
Hopefully catch his eye.
He looks at you. He smiles. What's your posture at the moment? What does the beast want? It's gonna be messy.
Well,
There is gonna be anyway. Yeah, continue.
Well, I'm not hunched over like a
Yeah. No, you're not hunched over. But what's your? Are you? You're obviously standing very seductively and everything.
Of course, yes.
Yeah. He turns, lifts up his bum a little bit off the seat, pulls down his pants, he flops something out, and he just smiles and points. He's expecting you to do something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go sit next to him.
You're gonna sit next to him, yeah? And?
Next to him? Oh, no, I'm gonna want to whisper sweet nothings into that man's ear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why don't we go somewhere a little bit more private? And I kind of lick his neck a little bit.
You lick his neck, and as you lick his neck, the beast says, "There's more blood down there. Go."
Mm-mm.
A big artery is in the inner thigh. You'll get fucking high if you suck on that.
Yes.
And he's like, okay. He starts to agree. And unfortunately, it is a messy critical.
Mm-hmm. So.
And you hear the blood pumping in his leg. You move yourself down. And he's like, this is gonna be fucking amazing. And you start... You motion for that movement. And then the beast is like, ha ha ha, and you start biting.
Great.
All of a sudden, a scream erupts from this guy. The music stops. And he's like, she's fucking biting into me! What the fuck? I didn't pay this much to sit here. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? And he tries to pull you off. And the more he tries to push you away, the deeper you bite. The
Great.
deeper you bite. Blood gushing everywhere. And the strap-on waiter runs. He runs over and he's like, "Yes, fuck it," and he runs away. And within, by the way, you do satiate a bit of hunger.
Good. Okay, we got that covered.
Great. I was on 3 points.
You satiate a bit of hunger, and the people at the table freak the fuck out. They scramble away from whatever is happening here. There's a bit of blood gushing behind you. Olivia, how much hunger are you on?
I should be 2 now because I gained 1.
Oh,
Yeah, 2. He's gonna make me roll for it.
He's gonna.
Look at him pondering.
I
How
can-
can
I
I
can
make
see it.
sure
I
this
can
goes
see it.
really bad?
You're on hunger too, right?
Yes.
Shit. Why aren't you on hunger 4?
Because I
Damn.
make sure I drink my blood bags. That's why I drink blood bags. 'Cause y'all stupid. Sleeping, artsy. Y'all are too picky.
Just give me a few. The sweet,
Private
sweet
bags.
smell, the sweet, sweet smell of blood hits you, Olivia. And you see, like, she was walking over, and you're like, Theodora isn't that type of girl. Oh!
Yeah, I was listening to you. I tried to interrupt, but I was like, I'm probably not going to make it in time anyway.
Yeah.
I let it in. God damn it, I should have sent you there. After that couch thing, guys, we should have learned.
Yeah. The other 4 people scramble away, and get the fuck out of there. And this guy, the more he tries to struggle, the more you feel he's getting weaker and weaker. After about 2 minutes. And thank you for that fact, second class. Because I didn't expect this to happen.
Always helpful.
I didn't expect this to happen tonight. Cool.
Yeah, you did. Don't lie.
After about 2 minutes, the guy goes goes limp. You get up. You clear your, I guess you like, your dress, your black dress, your,
It's black.
everything that's open is covered in blood. Your hair got a bit of blood on it.
Right.
And, there's no more bartender here. They got the fuck out of Dodge. 2 bouncers came in, comes rushing in. And one of them like, goeie fuck, what the fuck is happening here? Goeie fuck. And the other guy goes onto his fucking communication device, puts his hand to his ear and starts talking. Well, he says like, yeah, we need more people in here. Fucking no. Fucking no, ons kort meer mense. Ons kort meer fucking mense, no. Kry fucking almal hierso, no. Almal wat hier is, fucking maak die plek toe. Ons fucking doen dit nou. Basically, close the place. We fucking need more people in here. You know, stuff like that. Afrikaans is a little bit more aggressive, so it sounds cooler. And they rush over to the guy, and where you standing in relation to him, you just finished feeding. You are calm and collected.
Oops.
I text John and Sean the group chat like secretly while everyone's like, I'm headed. I'm like the couch happened again. Send.
You're at home. At this point in time, you just told the girl, John Andrews, you just told the girl, like, fuck off. You get that message, yeah. That's also probably why you left so quickly afterwards.
It works out.
Yeah, it works out, yeah.
Scene alignment. It's a beautiful thing.
There we go. There we go, scene alignment. The funny thing is, the taste, the sanguine humor, this is what you got from the blood. That is either horny, happy, addicted, active, flighty, and enthusiastic. They were obviously horny.
Right.
So you get, as far as I remember, you get for the scene for tonight, is you... I need to roll a d10 for that. Roll me a d10 quickly. You're extremely fucking horny.
Right.
Yeah, that's the thing you got from his blood. You're extremely fucking horny. Intensely so. The one bouncer rushes over and you say, oops.
Oopsie.
Oopsie, and there's like blood all over you. And he looks at you. He's like, what the fuck happened here? Why is this guy bleeding? What wound is this? And he pulls the guy onto the floor. And he's like, you don't move. Don't fucking move.
You seem to have a bit of a mosquito problem.
What the fuck is this?
Oh my god, that was great.
That was, I almost, yeah. What
Moment of the night, right there.
What the, mosquito, what the fuck? Fucking stay here. Jan, fucking make sure she doesn't leave.
Oh, hello, Jan. Can I rub my arms, like my hands up and down around?
You're smearing blood all over him.
Oh yeah.
You're smearing blood all over him. He's like, okay, I'm gonna have to, well, obviously you are the reason for this. I'm gonna have to cuff you. Just turn around, give me your hands. Yeah.
Should I bend over? Should I bend over for you too?
Maybe later. I'm gonna cuff you now. Hands behind your back, and
Yes,
you.
sir.
And you put your hands behind your back, and I guess you bend over a little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to make the slit of your one dress move a bit to the side.
Kind of stick my bum out.
Yeah. And he cuffs you, and he pulls you upright. He manhandles you a little bit.
Why? Such a strong man.
And he sort of gasps for breath. And where are you at the moment, Olivia? Because you got the fuck out. Like all the other
Well, I
people.
didn't get the fuck out. I stood by the corner of the room, like, watching. Because I'm at the point where I'm like, if I intervene, I get taken out, then I won't be able to do what we're supposed to be doing. So I don't know if I should let her get the fall so I can keep doing my investigating and just hope she gets out of it. But at the same time, I'm kind of amused by the side of her.
And the guy who you think, whose name is Jan, looks over. Donnie, don't let her get away as well. Fucking go. She's also part of this. I saw them enter earlier tonight together. This is some sick fucking shit going on here. Fucking yeah. Lady, fucking stay.
I did not move.
And
Did I?
And the person that you can assume's name is Donnie, or Danny if you're English.
Danny.
Donnie moves over and he's like, "What's your relation with this woman? We found the corpse already. I just need to get the information straight, so that if one of you lies, then I can tell them what you told. Tell me, what's your relationship?"
Honey, I could say a word in the amount of words you said. Okay? I don't know her. She hired me. I'm kind of like a little slave to her. She told me that I need to watch her. She's got this thing called dermatodia, which she likes to bite skin, and I guess she got a little turned on. I was just told to be her slave for the night.
Right.
Look, I have no business here. I can leave. I'm just here to make a living, just like you are, in the same kind of thing. Okay? I'm freaked out right now, but I didn't run because I'm pretty sure me running does not help the case. I'm just here to give you the information so you guys can help her. Technically, her medical condition, I don't think there's much you can do, but I think it just went a little excessive.
Okay, but stay. Just stay with
I
me.
will stay.
Stay with me.
Do you mind if I get a drink, though? I'm kind of a little flushed. I'm scared. If you don't mind, hun.
I don't think the cops will like you drinking.
Just one shot.
Before you talk
if
to them.
you saw what I saw, do not be shook. Honey, I just saw a girl go to town on a guy's leg. Please, I'm super. If you want my mind clear, you gotta know somehow.
Okay, so he looks over. Did you finish your rum and coke?
Yeah, that was in the last room though.
Oh, that was in the last room. You didn't
Yeah,
get
I
any
didn't have
drinks. You didn't have any drinks here.
No.
He looks over at Jan, or he says to Jan, What's her story? What's her story? Come with me, lady." And he walks over to the bar, grabs a bottle of tequila from behind the counter.
Rum, please. Tequila makes my clothes fall off. Too early.
And he pours you a shot of tequila.
Right. And I look at Luna. Theo.
Okay,
Yeah,
are you going to blush of life for that?
Oh, do I have to do it again?
Oh, you did do blush of life today, right?
Yeah, I
let me
did.
just confirm. Yeah, you did. You're the only one that's still blushing of lifing, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. And I say it kind of loudly, like hoping that you could hear. I didn't expect this to happen. I'm so sorry. Like I said, she just picked me up off the street. Can I get a hug? I'm kind of shook.
Yeah, lady, no hugs here. No hugs here. You had your shot. You're calm now. And
Oh, come on, give her a cuddle.
And Jan turns to you, is like, so what's the story here? What's the fucking story? Why did you bite into this man? Now here's the thing: if you're gonna use what she said as a cover story, it's gonna be negative towards you. That was player knowledge. So just telling you, yeah. So what's your cover here?
I didn't hear what she said.
You heard what she said, like, "I'm so sorry, you picked me off this," whatever she's. What did you say again?
I said she picked me off the street. She just asked me to come with her.
You heard that. That's what you heard.
Yeah.
So what's the story here? Why did you bite into this man? And he looks at him, and another guy comes over and starts like feeling for a pulse and everything. Another bouncer looking guy. while the
I
blood
guess
slowly, slower and slower, gets pumped out.
I just maybe got a bit confused.
Confused how? Biting into someone will have blood. How did you get confused?
It's just I've had a bit too drinks tonight, and I couldn't really tell the difference between things that were happening down there, and I think he might have, lifted his knee slightly, which closed my jaw, and that caused me to bite.
If you bit him where I think you're talking about, it would have been bitten off.
Well, thankfully I didn't, and I missed it.
Yeah, this guy's dead. Fuck it, this guy's dead. Shit, we need to fucking get the ambulance, and fucking fuck. Here he is, cock. This is totally. Well, I'm gonna have to translate what he says. Fuck, this is totally shit. It's been 2 months since an incident, and now this. Fuck. And one guy gets on the phone. The guy at the corpse of this patron, and you hear him like, "How far are you guys? Fuck it, we need to rush. I think this guy's dead. Can't do much about it, but maybe we should get. How far is the cops? No, the cops. Okay, cool." And he puts the phone down. He's like, "God, whatever fucking happened here, I hope you have a good story. Why is," and he points towards Olivia. He's like, "Donnie, just get her out of the room, please. Just get her out of the room. We can't have them somehow telling each other stuff. Just get her out of the room."
Thank God, I want to get away from that lady. She's crazy. Got the room as fast as I can.
And Luna, Theodora, you've never seen Olivia this attractive before. As the guy leads her out of the room, your eyes and
See,
thus...
I told you that dress would do wonders.
Your eyes and, in essence, the camera focuses on the way she walks out of the room. And it might be a trick of the blood, but she's swaying what she's got, baby. She's swaying what she's got.
It's more because I can't walk in the heels, but go for it.
Exactly. Camera shows the real thing. She's like, "Oh, fucking hell." And you're like, "Huh." And the camera fades out. And that is the end of tonight's chapter.
You know what? I preferred when you went for couches. So much easier to cover up. So much easier
Couches
to
don't
cover
bleed
up.
quite as much.
No, and they don't die and call the cops. Ugh.
I'm just happy for once me and Second didn't do anything.
I know. We didn't.
I
cause
was
the
happy.
problem.
I just wanted to get that guy into a flippin' private room, so like this wouldn't happen.
Well, you did get him into a private room. It's called a coffin.
Called
Yeah.
the casket.
Very private. Only room for one.
So, I know second class's thing for the night. What's yours? The one thing for second class was the mosquito comment.
I'm calling it new mascot. No longer need a T-shirt with Wilbur on it. We need
Trademarked.
mosquito T-shirt.
Trademarked. For me, it was Luna's entire scene right there. That was awesome. I am floating so much right now. I feel so fucking happy that me and John didn't do anything tonight. I have no idea.
And
Does that ever happen?
Olivia, what's the thing that someone did?
Mine was John. He was very charismatic with that goal. I thought, like, compared to his normal thing, he actually saying that was new for him. I thought it was good.
What part is it?
When he was talking to the girl, the way he was like flirtatious with her, but like kept it serious, like essence of John. But he got out his shell. And
Okay, cool. And Theodora. Listen, I know you didn't want to let it go messy. but it was a messy
It had
critical.
to.
Yeah.
And you did realize in the end that they were high on something. What was your scene for tonight?
That's a very difficult one. I'll give it to you for being an asshole.
Okay. Hey,
He'll
I
take
just
it,
I
he'll
just
take
I just
it.
I just go where the dice leads me. That's all. I've got the story, and if the dice tells me something different, I'll play with that.
Zafi, your defense is literally, I'm not bad, I'm just rolled that way.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's my defense. That's my defense. No, tonight was quite cool. Went in a slightly different direction than I anticipated near the end. My favorite scene actually was there's a couple of them, but the one that stood out was, and I have to go with Olivia there, or Minimay, with how Second Class handled the situation and how he actually got out.
Way better than us.
Without calling the
Yeah.
cops.
Without calling the cops. You guys do know that I have to write a new fucking thing for next week.
Good.
Right.
Suffer.
It's your own fault.
Yeah, you told
My own fault! My own fault. Let me scroll up in the thing so that it shows my own fault, ladies and gentlemen. It was a messy critical. It was a messy critical. I didn't do jack. Wow.
Oh, great.
Wow. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. We're going to do the after show now.
Womp, womp,
But
womp.
before we do, one thing we forgot last week. Punt yourselves. Punt yourselves.
Punt.
Let's start off
drop
with-
ourselves and kick?
Let's start off with
Punt
John
is a
Andrews.
Very beautiful, powerful word for kick.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm the second class leadist, also known as W. Adam Clark. I am going to be working on NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, which means most of my streams this month are going to have to be involving me writing a supernatural horror thriller on stream because I need to somehow do 50,000 words in a month, and I've never ever managed that in my career. So this month is going to be different. So make sure you get me out on my streams this month. 9 p.m. Eastern until whenever we stop, Wednesday through Sunday, and sometimes on Monday or Tuesday, and sometimes on Sundays. I'll forget that I have to do this on one day, and I'll accidentally stream until 6 a.m. and then realize that I have to be in Zafa's room 4 hours later and not sleep in between, and then go on run on sentences after I've been up for 35 hours straight and then had to role play. So that explains this. Okay, everybody, thanks, bye.
Who's next? You tell me who's next.
Damn.
Sean.
Next, Sean. Yeah, I like that. Sean.
Mwah. Okay. I won't have the same energy as he does. Surprisingly enough, being on around about the same amount of sleep. But anyways, I am finally finishing my exams on Wednesday, which means from Thursday I will be back streaming every single day. I have 3 games that I have ready to play, which is Tony Hawk's Underground 2, very old school game that came back on the PS2. Favorite game. We will also be doing our 100% completion run through of Spyro, the Reignited trilogy, and believe it or not, I still do not know how I came across this game, but I finally got my hands on Borderlands 3. I am busy downloading it tonight. I have not touched the game. I do not know nothing about the game. It will be a completely blind first playthrough, and I'm super, super excited for that.
Nice.
And who's next after you?
Luna.
I was going to say Luna.
Great. So, I have this awesome game which I am playing this week. Today was a lot of fun. I started playing it. I've been really enjoying it. Apart from that, I also have Soma, which I have been meaning to play as well, seeing as I didn't get to play any horror games over Halloween. Yeah, and of course there definitely will be more Elder Scrolls Online. The Witches Festival is still running for a few more days, so I've got more Plunder Skulls to collect.
And then last but not least, or second
Zafiki.
last. What? No, it's you. You first.
I guess I'm Minnie. I am hoping again later today if I get rid of this head cold and feel a little better. Just gonna grab some rooibos tea and maybe some ice cream. Yay. But yeah, I'm gonna probably be jumping into hopefully Call of Duty Modern Warfare and jumping between that, 7 Days, and EverQuest.
Cool. Cool. You can find them all except for Cobra Kai in the links. I've already linked Cobra Kai. There's all their things. You know who I am. My name is Zafiki. I'm here almost every day of the week. I actually got Remnant from the Ashes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I love that game.
It is. Let me tell you, I'm gonna play basically tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. I'll be hitting up Remnant from the Ashes. Friday and Saturday, I'll be doing 7 Days to Die. On Sunday, I'll be playing 7 Days to Die on the sub server off stream with my beautiful, beautiful subs. But Remnant from the Ashes, man. When people told me it was Dark Souls with guns, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna have fun with this. Holy balls, am I having a lot of fun with it.
And
Am I?
Remnant, I think, is like a serious sleeper game of the year contender. It is well written, it is solid, it is concise. The story has a lot of depth to it. The gameplay, the engine is really well manipulated. Just a solid title on all fronts.
Let me tell you, the last thing I fought accidentally was the dragon. I was running around exploring. I'm like, oh, cool. That's obviously a boss fight because of the cloud that you have to walk through. Walk through the cloud. I'm like, cool, here's a dragon. Kill it. I'm like, shit. Well, died 4 times and then killed it. I was like, okay, cool. Let's go the other way. Let's go out the other way. Apparently, that was the direction I was supposed to go. I didn't know that. And it took me about 4 hours to realize I've got special powers that I can activate.
Oh my god.
Does nobody tutorial
I
anymore
know
but
what-
me?
No,
I don't
tutorials.
Oh,
I haven't,
you guys
I haven't
skip
been
that shit.
tutorialing since I was like 8 years old. Screw tutorials.
And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. And we will see you next week, where I have to figure out how the hell to resolve this. Same time, same place. Hopefully, no one's got things coming up.
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. We'll see the patrons on the after show. And for the rest of you, we'll see you next week. Also, after shows found here if you want to. I typed in Lanks instead of links. Lanks. Lanks.
Lank, dude.
There's the
Lank.
Patreon website. You can go there if you want to become a patron and see what we talk about in the after show. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you Second Class, Cobra Kai, Minime, and Luna for being awesome as always. Can't do this without you, obviously. And thank you so much from the bottom of my cold black vampiric heart. I do look forward to this every damn week. And until next time, we'll see ya. Let's do this, and then I'll just try and end the stream by taking the hand away.
Your toes.
What? Toes? No thanks.